What are the requirements or protocols for workspaces operating under the pandemic or because of the health protocols na ini-issue ng government, especially the Department of Health? What are the protocols that employers must adopt in operating their establishment in the pandemic?
Thank you, Ronnie. No? So, if you will see here in our slides, we already enumerated some of them. No? Of course, the number one is that the company should provide the policy. No, it's preferable that it's written in order that it could be disseminated properly to employees. The company policy will focus on the prevention of COVID-19. Of course, yung mga policy na to, you can always refer to what is provided in existing IATF resolutions, no, and also in with respect to labor-related matters, yung mga labor advisories such as what we are presenting right now. Then of course, meron tayo ditong, required talaga to, provide resources and materials for employees, no, to keep the workers and workplace safe and healthy. So meaning to say, corporations or businesses are mandated to provide for free masks to their employees who report for work, and then in the workplace, no, there should be soap in the toilets, there should be sanitizers in the corridors, no, and disinfectants. And of course, ito kasi yung COVID-19 testing kits, we will discuss this further later. Okay, kasi meron tayong konting discussion dito as to whether earlier, no, whether the employer is obligated to have the employees undergo COVID testing, no, prior to reporting for work. So we'll discuss that later. And then meron tayong designation of a safety officer. Okay, importante yan kasi siya yung magmo-monitor ng control, yung pag-follow ng mga employees ng mga control and prevention measures, no. Meron din tayong, I'm sure meron tayong mga corporations, clients, and businesses have already provided health insurance, no, to certain workers. So, ang advice lang naman dito ng Department of Labor is if it could be enhanced. Kasi mostly, ang mga health insurance prior to the pandemic, hindi talaga siya applicable to COVID-19 related medical demands, no. So, I think it's important that corporations and businesses sit down with their insurers, no, as to whether yung present health insurance nila covers, no, COVID-19 related medical expenses. Okay. And if not, then maybe they could negotiate, no, for purposes of aiding their employees during this time. Okay. And then of course, na-discuss na rin kayo na to, no, yung providing shuttle services or decent accommodation. Okay. Next slide please. Yung meron din yung okay, meron kasi tayo, for example, may mga companies, meron dito enjoined the hiring from the local community. Meron tayong mga companies na maraming branches within different LGUs, like for example, Jollibee, Chowking, no, different branches. And sometimes yung mga empleyado nila, a Jollibee in Pasig employs someone from Mandaluyong. So ang ina-advise dito ng DOLE is that maybe, no, the Jollibee in Pasig can begin hiring from employees within Pasig itself, no, instead of hiring someone from Mandaluyong, parang ganon. And then next is we should provide COVID-19 hotline and call center to report, no, yung mga regarding COVID-related matters. And of course, meron tayo yung monthly report to DOLE regarding any illness, disease, or injuries to employees during this period. So this is important to file, no. Okay, and then on the part of the employees, of course, no, kailangan nilang mag-comply with the policies na ilalabas ng company because this is also for their own protection. Observe proper respiratory etiquette, meaning to say na the employer will provide the face mask. Let's wear the face mask properly. Ito mga iba dito, mga advice na lang to, mga cough or sneeze into tissue. Okay, dispose, use tissues properly, and disinfect hands. And then meron tayo ditong konting drawings. We borrowed this from somewhere. Now, of course, certain companies, I'm sure have already adopted this. Like for example, prior to entry into a building, into your office, meron tayong temperature check, merong spraying of alcohol on hands, and then meron din tayo, of course, observe natin yung social distancing, step on the foot bath prior to entry yan. And then importante dito yung Ronnie, yung accomplishing the health symptoms questionnaire, no? Can we go to that Ronnie, yung health symptoms questionnaire?
Yes po, attorney.
Okay, so yung sa health symptoms questionnaire kasi,
Yan.
meron dyan, no? Maraming questions dyan. Ito, i-discuss ko lang. Meron kasi akong mga clients who have asked me to interpret certain questions. Like, for example, itong tignan natin yung question number 3, no, my friends, no? You can see there, have you had any contact with anyone, no, in the past 2 weeks? Sorry. Question number 2 pala, sorry. Okay. Have you worked together or stayed in the same close environment of a confirmed COVID-19 case? Okay. Focus on the word confirmed, no? So when you say confirmed, meaning to say this person had already, etong empleyado mo had contact with someone who had already undergone COVID-19 testing, and then there was a finding that the person was positive na merong COVID-19. Okay, we have a client who presented to us a situation wherein they had an employee who later on disclosed, who later on answered this health checklist. Ang sagot niya sa number 2 was no. Okay, so sabi niya, no, I have not had any contact or stayed in the same close environment with a confirmed COVID-19 case. It turns out that at the time that she started reporting for work and when she built up the health checklist, she was already staying with a family member who had already undergone testing pero hindi pa confirmed na may COVID-19. Okay? So they were questioning paano yung mga ganong situations na nag-testing na pala yung kasama sa bahay pero hindi sinagot na yes itong health checklist, no? And yet meron na palang nag-undergo ng testing, hindi lang confirmed. Okay? So gusto nila sana na masama yung mga ganong situation, which I think is reasonable. So what we did, we advised our client to just change the wording instead of just confirm, to add the word probable. So covered na ngayon yung question, no? I think they should, if we implement this change dito sa question na to, no, we should explain to the employees na if you are staying with a person who had already undergone testing but is not yet a confirmed COVID-19 infected person, you should still answer yes because it's relevant to the workplace. Okay, so that's one. And then also in number 5, no, we had a client asking, attorney, kasama ba yan yung pag-report? Kasi sabi dito, have you traveled to any area in NCR aside from your home? So ang question ng client was, attorney, kasama ba dito yung pagpunta sa grocery, no, to buy supplies? Ang sagot natin dyan, kasi obvious na that the question number 5 is for purposes of contact tracing. Para alam ko, halimbawa later on, knock on wood, no, na you turn out to be COVID positive, madaling i-trace kung saan ka nagpupunta for the last 14 days. So which means, lahat ng lalabasan mo na lugar, pupuntahan mong lugar outside of your home, dapat naka-disclose dito sa question number 5 na to. So anytime nalalabas ka ng bahay, aside from your office of course, kasi alam naman ng iyong company, ng iyong business na you are already reporting for work. So anytime you come out of your house and go to another place, whether it be for buying supplies or for whatever purpose, I think it's important that you say yes here, no, and then you report kung saan ka man nagpunta. It's not really naman it's not a reason to be for quarantine yung pag-report mo na you went somewhere within the last 14 days. Okay? So that's where the health checklist is important. That's one. And then i-bring up ko na rin, Ronnie, Meron
Yes,
din
sir.
dito meron ding advisory kasi na regarding yung mga may comorbidities, yung mga ating high risk individuals. No, meron din kasing parang ang advice ng DOLE was that these persons who are high risk or with comorbidities or pregnant even, no, they are advised to just stay at home and not report for work. So ang question kasi dito, we have clients, no. Okay, merong silang pregnant employee who said na I would really like to work, no. Anyway, my pregnancy is not high risk. Okay. Or even meron tayong mga managers, no, wherein the business or the corporation cannot really operate without these managers, no. But itong mga managers na to, may mga high risk, no, merong may hypertension, merong may diabetes, no. Pero they also want to work, and corollarily, the company also needs, no, their presence within the company. So ang tanong ngayon ng ating client, what can they do, no? Kasi meron tayong advisory not to allow them to report, and yet these individuals, these employees, no, would like to report for work. No? So syempre, on both sides, mukhang meron namang agreement that they would like to work together, no? So what we did here in this case, Ronnie, we advised the company na lang, the business, the corporation, to have the employee with a high risk situation or a pregnant employee to execute a waiver, no. Now they are consenting to reporting for work, no, and that they are aware of the risks of reporting for work. So pina-execute na lang natin, sabi namin, in-advise natin na maybe you should have that employee with a high risk situation to execute a waiver. So yun ang sa atin.
Okay, thank you, Attorney